everyone, and welcome to another News Coolum video. It's apparently getting festive with our little Christmas lights. Luke, I am your father. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Gotta work on my Darth Vader. But you know, normally I won't share these trips because this is kind of just a local shopping run. It's already kind of late, almost 5 o'clock. So I might grab some dinner and then I just need to do some local shopping. But I wanted to check out some charging sites along the way just as I go through town. Probably not going to need to charge at all, but just you know, just like I said, keeping track of what's going on and checking while I make my just regular circuit. But like I said, it's almost 5 o'clock already. We're already charged up to the 90% Hilltop Reserve mode. My TPMS is still going off, and yeah, that's about it. It's a nice 55 degrees, so yeah, we should be fairly efficient, fairly easy trip. And then just like I said, I have about a half dozen things to pick up, but we're burning daylight and need to head out, so let's hit the road. All right, well, we're here in Chico, just a short jaunt into town. Efficiency wasn't as good. I turned the heater on a little bit too high probably for the little boy, but I wanted to check this out. This is an EVgo I guess city charger, city implementation that they put in here in Chico. Let's go out and take a look at it, and I'll talk about it. I don't have a whole lot of time. I want to get back on the road again. All right, so it's here in Chico. You know, it's actually in a pretty busy part of town, and there's a gas station and convenience store just over there, and then a nice restaurant here as well. I haven't actually eaten here before, but I guess they helped install it or they authorized it to go in. But what I don't get is this was powered up at one point in time, and then it was taken offline. So Hester and Pearl, and I'm not exactly sure why. Everything went in. I saw some reports that you know, I saw some reports that it was up, people charged here, and then it went down, and just kind of waiting for it to come back online again, and just nothing happened. So I don't know if there's some sort of an issue with the power drop, with the cabinets, with the site, with the authorization. I'm just not sure exactly why EVgo had to power this site down, and it just hasn't been in use. It's not listed as available on PlugShare anymore. Yeah, I can't tell. And this is also, I want to note that I don't know where the funding for this came from, because this is not the GM branded, it's not their Toyota partnership branding. So I don't know who partnered with EVgo to pay for these chargers, authorized them to be installed here. I don't think that this is like a NEVI funded site. And then of course, yeah, you can see here that it was installed, you know, on October 3rd of this year. So, and I mean, and it went live, like I said, and then they took it off, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure exactly why they took it down. Nothing that I can see is obvious for why they would have had to take it down. But hopefully, and this is a pretty interesting retention. This thing is in there pretty good. But yeah, I don't know, but either way, I would like to say that as just a sort of a basic city support site, a support site for a sit-down restaurant where people can come and eat, I actually really like this layout, because this is essentially two 350 kilowatt chargers, double split, right? So now you have 4 charging stalls, so essentially the same size as a, you know, a Pilot Flying J implementation. So 4 vehicles can charge at the same time at a really high rate. It's a sit-down restaurant though, so I mean, if you're in a slower charging car or a big battery car, then this would still be sort of a normal stop. And then, like I said, of course, if you could always just run across the street and I guess use the convenience store if the restaurant is closed or not available. But yeah, like I said, I'm just not quite sure why they would have taken it down, why it's powered off. Nothing that I can see is indicating that, right? Even the transformers in the cabinets are here. So unless someone like got in and stole like power connectors, we've seen that happen before and they need to be replaced. But there's no real word from EVgo as to why it was shut down and not powered back up again. So either way, I'm looking forward to this site. This is going to be a great one to come to and use in the near future. Basically 450 to 175 kilowatt stalls if the whole thing is in use. So plenty of juice, especially for a town like Chico. So yeah, hopefully EVgo can get this up and running. Yeah, I don't know. Fundraising for this EV charging station was made possible by calevip.org. So maybe I'll have to search and look that up. Maybe there was something with the funding that, but why would you have all this hardware in and then just leave it, right? So hopefully we can go, but I'll go check out that site too and see if there's any information, or maybe they funded some other sites, or maybe they have some idea of when it will come back online again. But I might need to grab some dinner soon. All right, well, I actually have never charged here before. I've stopped here once before. Well, maybe I have charged here, but we're here in Chico. This is actually like downtown, old town Chico kind of. You walk around, there's quite a bit of walking paths and things like that. This is located at the Bank of America, this Electrify America. This is part of their Bank of America partnership. Let's check it out. Yeah, the Bank of America is right over there. This whole area is walkable. There's a parking garage here. A lot of people will park here and just kind of go throughout. You see a couple different cars hooked up. I really didn't need to charge necessarily. I was still well over half a battery when I plugged in, but I figured, you know what, why not? It's kind of cool. And then I had just grabbed some food from a place over Smoke and Mo's barbecue here in town, so I figured I would just eat my dinner and plug in, and then this way it would give me a chance to kind of showcase the chargers. Again, this is just a very basic city site. I know a lot of people hate the idea of just only having like 4 chargers, but I think it really does need to be, commensurate with the number of parking spaces that are available. Nice Rivian over there. In terms of the business, things like that, because really you're here, basically with the permission of the business. And if you're not providing a benefit to the business, then, what's it for them? And then of course, I guess someone really loves their Tesla. So, I don't know what Electrify America thinks about that, but hey, but either way, so I'm going to actually just eat my dinner, and I'll probably be here, well, however long that takes, but hopefully not more than 15 to 20 minutes to just scarf down some food. And I still have a lot of shopping to do, and it is getting later, so I need to get to the places before they close. But like I said, I just kind of wanted to show this. It's just a really basic site. 350 kilowatt chargers, 2 150 kilowatt chargers. Could they add more? Sure. But I would much rather see more sites just in the area with chargers than try to build up a single location and put some in the parking garages, put some in some of the other businesses, and just give some options, basically. All right, well, I rushed through my order of brisket fries as quickly as I could. Luckily, I had a little bit of help. But yeah, we need to head out and head shopping. Even still, as quickly as I was able to eat, we've only been here for about 20 minutes, 21 minutes. So let's go stop the charge and head out. All right. Like I said, I didn't really even need to charge, but this will give me sort of any insurance I might want. This is awkward. Yeah, goes around the stanchion and then blocks the holder. Yeah, odd. And oh, okay. 420. Take that, Elon. Oh, sorry. All right. Heading that away. All right, well, Chico shopping done. And just about time to hit the road, and we'll swing back by and get some pet food on the way, and then we'll be all done. All right, well, shopping is done. I picked up the cat food, dog food already, just here at Walmart. Yeah, here we are with, our efficiency has dropped down a little bit, but yeah, 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. But as you can see, I've turned the heater on a little bit, more the defroster than anything else, with the temperatures dropping and the humidity still pretty high. Zoom in on that. There's a McDonald's there, and the freeway is literally right here. So this is one of those things where I talk about my experiences don't always match everyone else's. The places that do have Walmarts, I should say, that do have Electrify America in California at least, they tend to be right off the freeway. So I know a lot of people are saying in middle America that isn't the case. I don't have a whole lot of personal experience to speak to that, but yeah, I mean, I think there was an EV6 here on the 350 kilowatt when I showed up, and of course, it's long gone by now. I don't even know how long it had been here by the time I got here, and then pretty much everyone else is gone. Yeah, still some communication issues with the payment readers, but that's why once they finally got their app up and running, Electrify America became a whole lot more reliable, just because if you could rely on the app, then the payment reader isn't as big of a deal. But I don't know why they seem to be the only charging provider that could never figure out credit card readers. Everybody else's work pretty well. So, but based on what I'm seeing, pretty much all of these are up and running. We've got an EV showing up right now, but I mean the other thing is too. These are the old ABB units. These are the original ABBs, and they do okay, I think, other than hot weather. So, a lot of people will say, yeah, the 4 charger stalls are underpowered, but or undersized. But at the time this first went in, I think it was fine. Obviously, you'd want more now, and this location just doesn't have the space for it. But it is a Walmart, so hopefully maybe Walmart's network will add some chargers here. But as it is, I got an extra dinner to go from Smoke and Moe's, so I don't get to go out there to Chico all that often. So that combined with some of the frozen food, I need to head back and get this little guy some extra treats on his way home, and then we'll check back in and close out there. But yeah, pretty typical, routine, weekly, every other week shopping trip for me. So I just kind of wanted to showcase some of the chargers along the way. Let's get heading home. All right, well, we made it home, almost 160 miles on the dot. Efficiency went down a little bit, but we dropped about 10 degrees in temperature. So no surprises there. Just ran the heater and defroster a little bit more than I would have needed to if we stayed at 55. But yeah, so like I said, this is just, I guess just a wrap up. Like I said, I'm keeping an eye on the charging infrastructure in my area. I didn't show all of the chargers. Chico has a few different charging locations. I heard someone mention that they had used some of the dealership chargers, and there are quite a few of them in Chico. Maybe I should just one of these days do a run around town looking at all the dealership chargers. I'm not sure how many of them are open to the public or open to non-customers of that dealership, but there are quite a few of them. And then there's also the Sierra Nevada brewery, which was one of the first public chargers that actually went in, public DC chargers. Only a 24 kilowatt, and I think it's offline now. But yeah, it was one of those original ones. I think might have gone in as early as like 2012, 2013, something like that. Anyway, let me know what you think. You know, just a standard 160-mile shopping trip like everybody does. No, I mean, I will say that, I say that kind of jokingly, but this is one of the reasons why the Bolt EV was one of the first EVs that would actually work for me. Even the 30 kilowatt hour and up to the maybe 40 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf just wouldn't do it. You know, it's just, it was basically the Bolt EV or a Tesla, and the Bolt EV was half to a third of the cost of a Tesla. So that kind of made all of those decisions up for me 8 years ago, because again, 8 years ago, the charging didn't look anything like it does today. And a trip like this, if the weather got worse or if I needed to go a little bit more out of the way, I would need to charge even if I had started with a full battery. So yeah, this was basically pretty much the minimum range I would have needed in an EV to get me into it. And that's the boat that a lot of rural drivers are in. So it's kind of why I've always pushed back on the people who say you don't need more range, you just need faster charging. No, you need more range. Some people, this is just a weekly routine at least. If not, some people do a drive like this multiple times in a week just as part of their regular commuting and shopping and traveling. So anyway, like I said, I hope this was helpful. I hope you found it interesting to see the Northern California life, and I got some groceries to get in. So thank you for watching.